Hey, this is Carl and welcome to another monthly episode of Statues I Wish I Could Afford. In this video, I'll be showing you guys a summary of all the cool stuff featured this month in the weekly World of Custom Statues, as well as statues that I did pre-order or paid for follow-up payments. So let's start the list. First on the list of interesting statues this month is we have the prototype reveal for this Alex Ross Batman. This is as good as it gets. The perfect Alex Ross Batman collectible. The factory did an amazing job even though the original prototype never reached the factory. The Alex Ross Superman, which was a companion piece to this Batman, was a super success, I'd say, and the Batman after it should do just fine. Next is we have the version 1 of the American Venom. Yes, this is the version 1 and the version 2 has already shipped, probably like 2 years ago now. This is the second in line of American symbiotes. The first one was an American Carnage, which I actually have in my collection. Next is we have the prototype reveal for both the OG and the God Doom version of this Doom on Bear. Crazy as this project is, this is actually the second Doom on Bear being made. I think this statue would fit next well to Throne statues since Dr. Doom is still sitting and the base would be just as massive, if not even more. But if you love Dr. Doom, then this is a must-have for your Doom collection. Next is we have a King Hulk and a Gladiator Hulk. You'll get all the switch outs when you pre-order this, by the way. This is sculpted by one of my favorite sculptors, which is Angad Singh. This is just the renders and not yet the actual statue. The renders is just that good and looks lifelike or realistic. So if you are a Hulk completist, then definitely this is a must-have if you don't prefer the big throne ones, which is actually already available. Next is we have the prototype reveal for this museum type Iceman. Doesn't have any switch out, what you see is what you get. After seeing a lot of really big Iceman bases from both licensed and custom, it's great to finally see a museum type Iceman being made. The base would also be easily matched with other X-Men collectibles in your collection. Next is probably my favorite reveal this month, and we have this Nova or Frankie Ray prototype reveal. This is the only full body quarter scale Nova around. It would perfectly match any silver statue you have in your collection, whether it be from Sideshow or custom ones. The clear resin just elevate this piece a lot since Nova is made out of fire. I'm pretty sure this will have light up features, but most likely not as powerful as we want it to be. Next is we have the prototype reveal for both the OG and the Extreme Carnage version of this Riot. This is sculpted by Caleb Nefsen. The black or the OG version honestly looks like just a regular Venom. You can, I think, modify this to be, well, Venom. But anyway, this would look great in any symbiote collection since you don't see Riot being made too often. And now that I think about it, I think this is the first quarter scale Riot around. Next is we have the prototype reveal for this museum type Spider-Man. This is a sold out piece and rightfully so. Titinon did a great job on the paint. It looks very vibrant. I can't wait to see this into my collection since I do have this on pre-order. Yusuf definitely did a great job on the sculpt. Next is we have another prototype reveal of a Spider-Man, but this time it's the Symbiote Spider-Man. The OG blue-red version of the Spider-Man is actually already sold out. However, the Venom companion piece is still available, and now we have the Symbiote version also available. This sculpt is 100% the same as the blue or red Spider-Man, only the costume is different. Next is we have the second in line of Venomized character from this studio, and we have Venomized X23. This studio made the same Venomized Wolverine that I gave a 10 out of 10 score. Yes, it was that good in my opinion, so I would be expecting the quality on this one to be just as good. After the Venomized X23, we have the prototype reveal of the normal version of X23. This is obviously a museum type statue and it will easily match your X-Men collection. Guys, the statue's eyes will be made out of glass, so if you haven't seen that yet, you'll be in for a big surprise. I'm sure it looks amazing. This is probably the only X23 I don't mind owning. Not too sexy and definitely great sculpt. Next is we have a bunch of updates for existing projects. First is we have some work in progress on the prototype of this Berserker Wolverine life-size bust, and yes, that is Titanon on the side who painted the prototype. Next is we have another work in progress photos for this Drax, and yes, this was repainted. This museum type flash that is part of the Queen Studios museum line is currently printed already. We got some work in progress of this Mr. Sinister. There will be another prototype version of this prototype, not painted like this. Next is we have some work in progress on the prototype of this Supergirl. And next is we have some update also on this Ultimate Magneto. If you are looking for a Magneto, definitely look no further. This one has all the switch out you'll be needing. And lastly is we have this Venomized Hulk printed. Before we proceed to the stuff that I did pre-order, I'd like to share to you some teasers that I find interesting or very promising. First is we have this museum type Archangel. I'm definitely looking forward for this. Next is we finally have a Forge coming, probably the only quarter scale Forge. Next is we have a Hulk versus Thing diorama that would be very promising. Next is a Spider-Man versus Spot diorama. Well, not just Spider-Man, it's actually Miles Morales. And lastly is we have a Darth Vader coming. So here are the statues that I did pre-order or paid for follow-up payments this month. First one, I paid for the second payment on this Weapon X. This is sculpted by Alejandro Pereira, and I believe this will be the last Wolverine that I will be pre-ordering, and should be enough already for my collection since I do have a lot already with different costumes. I don't have any Logans though, but not really interested in him. Anyway, we'll see in the future. Second is I've paid shipping for both my Symbiote Spider-Man kits. They are bundled when I got them, and I honestly don't know what I was thinking when I pre-ordered them. But I'm here now, might as well enjoy the statue when I have them. Let me know in the comments below on what you guys think of the pieces mentioned in the video. For more fan art and custom statue updates, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future content. I upload updates every Sunday, 1 PM Pacific Standard Time. Check this video out right here. I know you'll enjoy it as much as this one. This is Carl, and see you in the next one.